Hello friends, I'm Darkwytch. Welcome to my fantasy amethyst mushroom tutorial. The inspiration for this mushroom came from a video by Gemini Tay, and a link will be provided for the video in the comments below. To start off, here's a list of the materials and the color palette that I use for this mushroom build. Of course, as with anything in the fantasy builds, you can use whatever colors you like and experiment with your favorites. So here we're starting with just some calcite because I thought I'd try that block out. Since the amethyst has a little bit of white in it, I thought it might just complement the amethyst color. And I'm trying to get this carefully built so that the 3 different spores that are going to come off the top will have enough space to be together. And I'm referring back to the other one that I made, of course. I didn't like the crimson as much, but if you like it, it does work, as you can see. So we're starting now to build the base and then put in the 3 different directions that these spores are going to grow in. And we're going to take this up a little higher. These mushrooms stand really tall, so you'll feel like a little bug in a garden because these mushrooms are huge. So if you're doing this in survivor mode, be ready for the scaffolding or dirt blocks, whatever you use, because you're going to need them. Now we're ready to build the flower-like sprouts. When we place the blocks, we need to make sure that we're making it tall rather than wide. This mushroom doesn't have a cap like the one behind, so it needs to be really, really tall. And as you can see, we add light blocks, not only to just give it a little glow, but in survival, you kind of want the light. You want to keep the mobs away. I really love the new amethyst blocks, and I think they give this mushroom a really nice sparkle and fantasy feel. I chose the purple wool because this amethyst crystals have the nice dark purple color in them, and the calcite picks up all the little white bits in. I mean, you could use mushroom stem if you want to, or quartz blocks if you want. The choices are limitless. As you can see, I used warped stem in the other one, or not warped stem, sorry, crimson stem. I get them confused as I usually work with warped a lot because I like blue. And as you can see, we're adding height, and then you want it to curve over so that it's kind of rounded. And then we add the glass. I find the glass just sort of mutes the strong coloring in the glow lights there. So now I didn't use the shroom lights in this one, obviously, because they're an orangey color, but in one of the next build videos I make, we're going to be working with the shroom lights, as you can see in the background. And we have another pretty build planned. So here comes the next cluster. And of course, we're mixing the wool and we're with the amethyst because we don't want too much of one and not enough of the other. We want to make them nice and colorful and have variations in their color. And these almost look like little flowers, but they are definitely mushrooms. You see, I kind of refer back to my other build because I'm still getting the hang of building these. And they're so awesome. Even the bats love them. So now we're just going to try to see what we got to do to fill in this part. Where the lights go. And if you're afraid of mobs, you can just fill in that part with wool or whatever, because I think it's on the inside, so it's not going to get seen. And that would be number 2. Just about finished. And now we're going to go over to number 3. And again, you're using similar patterns and shapes because we're trying to make them nice and tall and bent. Lights, because that's important. Keep getting the wrong blocks, but you know, that's part of the fun. Just want to make sure I get this build exactly right, because I don't want this mushroom to look weird. You know, you don't want it to look like it's going to fall over or it's too heavy, because you just want just the right balance right on the end of that stem. And I'm enjoying listening to this music. It's really zen. So relaxing. So I think there's just a few more touches left. There we go. Just a few more blocks to add on this piece. A few more at the back. And we'll soon be ready to add our amethyst clusters. Now, I didn't use the buds and the other growth stages that the amethysts have this time because it's not the tree. I chose to just go right big with big clusters. And I also want to thank Demon Walker. Again, he's been helping me. My son is a better builder than me, and he's been helping me to learn how to build properly, and coming up with the ideas of how we're doing it. As you can see, there's really no wrong way to do these. And that just adds a little pop at the bottom, a little more bright color. And there it is, all ready for your fantasy garden. Thank you for watching. and I'll see you again soon.